Hello everyone! Today we're going to be switching things up and I'm going to be showing you how to get your 3 wins as quickly as possible in this week's Midweek Magic for Historic Brawl. So we are very fortunate that we are playing the Historic Brawl Midweek Magic. Let's go ahead and choose our deck. Alright, so we're going to be playing Resco for this Midweek Magic event. Now there are lots of competitive Historic Brawl commanders, and I've done a lot of videos on them. If you guys have a Croxa deck, if you have the Vendilion Click deck, if you have that Kinnan deck, all of those are going to be solid options for you to pull into that. Ragavan as well is just a winning machine, really pushing out those quick wins, but I like Resco specifically because of all of the control we'll have over the games. We're sometimes going to win off that turn 1 Thoughtseize, opponent doesn't want to play against us, opponent doesn't want to play into the counter spells, and we might even get those concede wins as well. So we're trying to get those quick 3 wins this week. I have my video on this deck, so if you want, you can check out the Historic Brawl section of the channel to get some ideas on some other decks you could play, but this is what we're going to be running with. So now that we have our deck picked out, let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, right off the bat, we're playing into Annex, which is going to be a mono red aggro deck. I like this. We have early hand disruption, we have Fading Hope, Impulse. War of Invention is alright for us, but let's go ahead and start with the Mind Spike. Alright, what do we want to get rid of here? We're going to get rid of Strangle. Anything that our opponent can just ping down Resco with is going to be a problem. Let's go ahead, shock this in, and we'll hit them with an Inquisition. Alright, now we see their whole hand. We do have a couple of choices. I think we just get rid of all their interaction. I don't really mind their creatures or anything like that. Okay. Back to us. Gonna play out that second blue land, and we'll just pass here. We have Impulse on their turn. We have Fading Hope as well. Sure, that's fine. Yep. Now, we can use Fading Hope to get rid of that token and unequip things. We have a lot of different options here, but I'm going to go ahead and cast Impulse now. I think we're going to grab Sign in Blood since we're going to be running low on cards. And then moving on to our turn, I'm going to go Swamp Resco. This is going to enable us to use our Fading Hope off of our clock. Yep, that's fine. Again, as long as we slow down our opponent in the early game, which our discard spells did, we are set up to be successful here. Okay, there's Annex. And honestly, I kind of want to save Fading Hope, so no block. We'll take the 3 here. That's not an issue. We'll see what we draw. I think next turn we're going to go Sign in Blood. That's fine. Alright. Waiting on our opponent here. I think as it stands, we go Command Tower as our land, and then we're going to go Sign in Blood. Draw some cards. We mitigate that downside just a little bit with the life gain here. Alright, and we do have Languish. We can clear the board if we want to. I think we're going to wait a turn for that, though. So here we're going to just play out our Skyclave Relic. Gain back that other life. We're going to use Fading Hope this turn. Hopefully we can get our opponent to have to replay one of their creatures. And then next turn we'll go for their Languish. Languish will kill Resco, but we can recast Resco, get another clock. Okay. Looking good. I'm just gonna swing out. Okay, here we're gonna use Fading Hope on Anax. We'll take 3, since we're gaining 1 here. Now we are a little concerned of the potential Embercleave. But not that concerned. We're gonna leave Counterspell on top. No need to block. Okay, opponent replays Anax. That's good for us. Alright, let's go play our land for turn. Now, I'm gonna swing out with Resco here. We'll see if we can get a block. We probably will. Yep, that's fine. Back in the command zone you go. And now let's go ahead and Languish. Yep. Go ahead, clear that board. And we can still hold up a counterspell. Of course, those 3 creatures will prove problematic if we can't deal with them. But we'll definitely be able to deal with them. Yep, that's fine. We still have time. Let's see if they go and try and play out Anax again. We have our counterspell. Alright, we'll go ahead and counter that. Don't want to be taking damage. Alright, playing out Resco here. We now have another clock, so we are going to be set up. This clock is going to be close to flipping. End the turn here. We're going to use Cut Down on one of their tokens. The one that's equipped during combat. Alright. I think the best thing to do here is to just kill this right now, before he has the chance to enlist. Alright, block the biggest creature, take 2 here. And now we're gonna get a fresh hand this turn now, off that midnight clock. So everything has just gotten so much better for us. Let's go Castle Locthwain here. And honestly, I think we want to save everything for during our opponent's turn, so we'll just go ahead and end the turn and pass here. Alright. Looks good. And opponent swings out. So let's start by flashing in the Bowmasters. And we'll go ahead and hang that down. Now, we can use Cut Down as well. Cut Down's gonna kill there. Let's see. Next, we'll move to blockers. We're gonna block like this. Use Planar Incision, get back Resco. We get another clock now. Let's gain some life with the Reckoning. Nice. Cling to Dust could be good for us. Salondi Vision's also good. Go ahead, take 1 damage there. Good. Now we can go ahead and ping down the untapped creature. Not that it really matters. Alright, shock there. I think we'll just consider first. Blood Chieftain's Thirst is fine to draw. And then we'll just resolve. We do lose the Bowmasters, but that's fine. Nice. And we've got it. Alright. Alright, that was game number 1. Let's go claim our prize. Nice. Alright, so now we're up against Chatterfang, and this is a beautiful start. We'll be keeping this. I do love a Chatterfang deck, but as we're set up here, Dark Ritual, we have the turn 2 Rusco, which is absolutely insane. We can hold up Dispel. Perfect. Alright, opponent only has access to black mana. Birds of Paradise, that's fine. So let's go Black Land, Dark Ritual, Rusco. And now we're still holding up Dispel because of that 1 mana that we get on the Midnight Clock. Again, this is an insane start for us. We also have Solve the Equation in hand. Right, opponent plays out Chatterfang. Seems like they're a little low on land, so we might just be getting this. We're going to want to kill that Ornithopter to take our opponent off some of their access to green mana. Let's see, I think we go the castle. I want to be able to hold up a counter spell, so let's go Arcane Signet. We have our counter spell mana. Let's go ahead and kill the Ornithopter. Yep, no attacks here. We'll go ahead end the turn. Mox Amber, because of Chatterfang, is going to give our opponent some more access to green, so yep, they do have some mana. Yeah, we'll just not let them have that. No card draw. I think next turn we'll go ahead and cast Solve the Equation. Or we could just recast Rusco, kill Chatterfang here. I kind of like that. Because we'll be holding up Dispel when we replay our Rusco. Let's go Command Tower, Rusco. And of course now we've shut off the Mox Amber. Which again, keeping our opponent off mana is going to be our goal for getting out of this game pretty quickly. And we still have access to Dispel. So that should get us around some potential removal that our opponent has. Alright. Blood Artist, that's fine. Alright, well, let's go land for turn. I think we're going to start with Selendi Vision. But we could also just go for Solve the Equation here. I think we're going to go Solve the Equation. And yeah, that'll do it. Alright, so that was game 2 for us. Looking pretty good. Let's check the prize. And of course, Haunted Ridge, that's a good one for us. Now, of course, you can always end here, but you always got to play for that cosmetic as well. Alright, last game they're making us work for it with the mirror matchup. Now, we could keep this, but that's a terrible idea. We're going to find something with some better opening lands. I kind of like this. We're fortunately going to be on the play here. So, let's keep this. Sheoldred is really good in the mirror. Like, really good. I think we'll start with an island. Immediately threaten that counter spell potential. Next turn, we'll be able to hold up Jawari Disruption. and Negate. We also have Impulse, if our opponent does nothing. Alright, we Impulse here, try and draw the counterspell to give us a free turn 3. Surely they should save the counterspell for what we get with Impulse. That would make the most sense. Alright, now, honestly here, I think we get the Scatter Ray, just so we'll be able to counter the Rusko. And we'll play out our Drowned Catacomb. Our opponent likely does have a counterspell, so we don't want to be too crazy or aggressive with our playing. No, it seems like we've got it. Okay. And just like that, that's all 3 wins for this week. So super easy way to get ahead. Again, if you want to see more of this Rusko deck, check out my other video. I'll go ahead and put that below. But yeah, good luck and enjoy your rare cards.